Peace, love, and light. It's your Galactical Goddess coming to you once again, outside, vibing on the line. So pretty much I'm chiming in, tuning in. It's a little darker. My glasses on me. Today we are going to, what I'm going to be sharing with you is what God put on my soul to discuss today, and it's a full moon, so yeah, so I kept getting the promptings. It was about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. It just kept coming through my mind, kept coming to my mind. I'm like, okay, so God want me to speak about this. Let's do it, you know. What is this thing called? Look, I only been out the game for like 3-4 years, a little bit for the most part. I've been a little bit in, but mostly out. What is this? Psychological diagnoses, clinical depression, bipolarism, schizophrenia, all these diagnoses, do they exist? Yes and no. So, can you heal them? Yes and no. There are cures for everything. If we are created by God, if God created us, then it is a opposite or a reflection or a solution or an option. Everything has its opposite in a sense. But the moral of my story is, I discovered being a licensed professional counselor for a psychotherapist for about about 10 years or so. I worked in the field of, always helping, asking questions. But I think the curious part of me always wanted to be doing research, and I was always interested in the mind. I was always interested in emotions and spiritual and deeper intuitive, things that you can't touch physiologically, understanding the components and feeling and overstanding. I've always been into that stuff. So the moral of my story is that on one level of the playing field, these diagnoses, they exist, but on a whole opposite level of the playing field, God is everything, and you cannot put things in boxes, or you're gonna end up, creating a coffin for yourself. So the moral of my story is, we all have to challenge ourselves to not put things in boxes, not necessarily try to categorize things to feel any type of way about anything, and realize that we are here to experience, and we experience a whole bunch of emotions, a whole bunch of reactions, a whole bunch of things are going on real fast, and it's for us to manage and learn how to experience this thing more effectively, more congruent with our higher purpose for being here, without getting too complicated. And I may have overcomplicated this, but I'll put some interesting title up there, because I want what I'm doing on here to serve in the cosmic community by expressing myself and sharing my light and shedding my light unapologetically. I want things to always be light, even though it's a lot of serious things that's going on. And in order to fix these real serious things that's going on, like all the women coming up missing, black women, it's been happening. That's it. Now it's time. Now we waking up. We just challenge everybody. Nobody's exempt, not even me, but Everybody got to do what they soul calls them to do. And I know how karma and energy works, so I'm going to just do what I need to do. Because being worried about what other people doing is also a distraction on me. And trying to fix other people or telling other people, you know, how they need to be feeling all within inside of itself can set you up for failure. So the moral of my story today, there is healing, there is wellness for people who have been diagnosed with psychological disorders, for example, bipolar, schizophrenia, schizoaffective. There's solutions, you know. Are you bold and daring enough to challenge yourself, to cultivate it, and nurture your inner child to come up with those solutions, you know? So, challenge.